Hey there, Rival fans! Today I have something special for you, and this is S+ tier of insane heroes to rank fast for every single rank. And I will explain why I think these characters are really dominating the ladder right now, why they are really useful, and why they are OP in some way. I also will focus more on vanguards and strategists, because I think that they are essential to rank up fast. Because with the current stuff, with the bronze elo, silver elo, we have a lot of problems with these roles. And if you want to win fast and go to the decent level of players, be sure to use these characters. Still, I have a few duelists as well for you. So let me start right away. First of all, we have Thor. I think that Thor is one of the best tanks in the game. He is really strong and really underrated in my point of view. He has really good shieldings, he has a lot of attack, and if you have a proper team setup, he might be the unstoppable force which is destroying your strategists and duelists, which makes a huge advantage for his team. He is really powerful with his blood attacks and some range attacks as well. His aura with electric field is really overpowered in my point of view, plus his shift ability granting him a pretty decent damage if you hit the enemy, plus a great shield which can help you escape tricky situations, engage, and do a lot of more stuff, so he is really flexible. Of course, he is more kind of an off tank, not like the main one, but in current situation when we have 6v6 duelists, even one tank is already a big thing to fight with. And with Thor, you can make it even more dangerous. So basically, you're kind of playing duelist tank in my point of view. So you also have a great possibility for the amazing positioning, because you just can go beside and behind your enemies and flank them really easily. Of course, it's more not like a job for a tank, but for the duelists again. But sometimes, if your duelists are just fighting 6v6 on one point and don't use any strategic plays, you can do this. For example, you can just go around, find a poor little Jeff the Shark or someone else, and even if you won't kill him, you can push him away from his team, which will grant you a huge advantage because of no healing for the enemies. And obviously, Thor is really tanky. He has pretty much a lot of health, even for the off tank. He has 600 HP, plus his shield gives him 700 HP, so he's pretty decent for a tank. And obviously, his ultimate is just incredibly powerful force to deal with. You can easily destroy full team of enemies, or at least strategists and duelists, in just a few seconds, including your basic attacks and your auras. And if you manage to play with Storm or with Captain America, you will be even more powerful. I think that Thor is really great for the bronze-silver ranks to just destroy your opponents and rank up fast. It might be a bit tricky if you don't have any healers, but with great positioning and knowing where the health packs are, you can be a really menacing force for your opponents. Hey guys, I'm happy to announce that to celebrate Marvel Rivals release and getting closer to 10k on my channel, I decided to make a $200 worth lattice giveaway. To participate, you need to subscribe to this channel, like and comment any video, then stay tuned and watch my videos to see the winner. And that's all. There will be 5 winners in total, which I'll choose randomly from the subscribers. Thank you for your support and good luck. Now next is Loki. I think that Loki is hands off the best strategists in the game so far, and I will explain you why. First of all, his aura is insanely overpowered. When you try to kill anyone, especially Loki, into this aura, you just can't really deal any damage to them, because they heal in so fast that your damage is useless, totally. Besides this, you have some clones, and including the fact that strategists are really good targets for the duelists and vanguards of the enemy team, you can escape tricky situations with great positioning of your clones. For example, I usually drop one clone on the top of the roof, one clone behind me on some higher grounds as well, so when you're playing as your main character, you can easily escape tricky situations and go from the afar, trying to get some health, or maybe just trigger your shift healing, so you will stay alive. And also, obviously you have this amazing ultimate. Ultimate ability can help a lot, because usually you can be super flexible, and also he's a really great healer. You can deal tons of damage and healing at the same time with your splash ammos, so absolutely GOAT for me. I really like to play Loki, and right now I'm climbing with him into ranked. I already hit silver. Also beside this, if you are really professional with Loki, and it will come with experience, you should use your different clones to drop them into the battle and use melee attacks, because if you attack from the behind, you get increased damage and you can easily slash down some enemies in the rage of the battle, and this will also be really satisfying, believe me. Next character is obviously Venom. Venom is one of the best tanks in the game, if not the best in my point of view. He has tons of health with his shielding, he can really easily engage and disengage from the battle, plus he has some decent damage. So if you have other tank with a shield, and even if you are solo tank in your team, you can use him. Why? Well, because he has tons of damage and you can destroy strategists and annoy duelists really easily. It will be also pretty easy to escape from them, so you will be able to deliver this push experience and also help your team in the role of the bullet sponge, so your duelists and strategists, probably only duelists, won't take all damage that could go to you. And including the fact that a lot of people on the low elo usually targeting tanks as well, and they don't prioritize duelists, it might be the really crucial thing to win the battle. So I think that Venom is really huge and you definitely should play him. He is also pretty easy to play, only 1-star difficulty, so yeah, go for him. Next character is the Moon Knight. I think that the Moon Knight is probably one of the best characters in the game so far in terms of dealing damage. He can use his axe and just destroy full enemy team in the blink of an eye, especially if they are duelists or strategists. He goes as smooth as a knife through the butter, and I think that his damage dealing abilities plus his AoE ultimate and some of escapes might be one of the greatest in the game. His damage is hilariously good. I think the only character which might be pretty nice as well in terms of damage is Hela, but Hela requires some kind of a good aiming, when Moon Knight just needs good positioning of Ankh, and then you just can do damage to the single Ankh and destroying everything around it. So yeah, obviously you're good to go. Pretty strong character, have some kind of escape, hover in the air, so yeah, really nice against low health characters. Next one is obviously Jeff the Shark. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys experienced this ultimate of Jeff, right? When he just eat all of your team and throw you out into the abyss. This is really powerful because of C9s, you can just catch enemy teams, and even if you don't have any possibility to kill them, you just can move them around and take as far as possible from the point or the payload, so your team will be able to just win the game or get to the point. Jeff has really good buffs in the recent patch before the full launch of the game, so he got pretty decent healing boost. He also have movement speed, which is really nice, and if you go for the land shark ability and you just crawling beneath the ground with a pretty huge speed and climbing the walls around you, you are really hard target, even for the good aiming players, because he's basically invulnerable in some point. And I forgot to mention that he has healing at this time. So Jeff is squishy for sure, but he's still pretty nice. If you can position yourself really good, you can heal a lot, you can kill enemies, you can buff your allies with a movement speed. So this guy is really strong, especially for some duelists. If you get movement speed buff for some characters like Spider-Man or Black Panther or other guys, you can really increase your chances to win, even with a team full of duelists. So yeah, definitely use Jeff the Shark. Next character is Groot, and Groot is simply hilariously easy and powerful at the same time. He's one of the most tankiest characters in the game, and if you use his walls properly, you can just close some corridors and help your team with it. Because sometimes low elo players just standing on the top high ground and just out-attacking your team. So Groot just can close these holes in different walls or corridors, so enemies won't be able to do that and will lose a lot of time just by going around your walls. You can also do great damage, and your ultimate can catch everyone into the one place, so your duelists will be able to destroy them super fast. Of course, if your duelists are just super bad, it might not help that good, but still, if your duelist can do at least some damage, this will be a really huge advantage in my point of view. And with this squishy meta currently in the ranked, you can really easily use Groot for better plays. I think you can easily get gold with him. I did in the closed beta test, so it wasn't really a big deal for me. So if you want to get some value, especially with Rocket or Jeff, definitely go for this one gold. It's always appreciated to have such good stuff in your team. And finally, I think that one of the best characters to climb up right now is Punisher, because well, Punisher was strong in the game before in the closed beta test, and he's still strong now. If you want to destroy tanks or anything which getting close to you in just a few shots, usually in 2 or 3, you need to use your shotgun and do tons of damage. You also have this good smoke screen which can help you to distract enemies and escape tricky situations, and obviously Judge, Jury and Executioner, which can destroy anything super fast. Like this ability, if you have proper positioning and your team distract your opponents, you just can wipe out all the team with a sweet hexa in just a few seconds, literally. If you have some decent tracking and hit scan, I think that Punisher will be a good option for you as well if you like really against playing any strategies or one guards. So consider this one as a good pick. I think all these characters that I just mentioned are the best one for the game right now. Of course, we still have some other incredibly powerful characters, but they might be too difficult or too hard for some people who just starting up the game, and basically all of the people are starting right now. I want to include people with Overwatch experience, with huge Overwatch experience, like some top Grandmasters, Masters and top 500 people, because they are just good in every single game. So this guide is more for people who are newbies or just casual players like me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you. If it was, be sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more amazing Marvel Rivals content and updates. See ya guys! Hey Rivalers! Sorry for interrupting, but only 1.7% of you subscribe to my channel. To support me and my channel, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks!